Hey folks, how's it going? So, a lot of old timers out here. There's a few gentlemen and maybe some ladies out here, but I know there's a few guys out here that are old enough to know this. You know, there was a common code of ethics, integrity, and self-respect at one time, and it had to do with money, and it had to do, you as a respectful person with dignity, you didn't discuss your earnings, your salary, your wages. You didn't tell another man how much you made. You didn't tell another man how much you had in the bank. You knew there were people on the hill, and there were people that lived on the flats in the lower areas, and the talk was, hey, they probably do all right, but never to the openness that it is now. And what was once bad is now just common every day. But in those days, and I learned this in the early 90s working, older gentlemen, and then once around that time again. So a couple times, I was told, hey, you don't do that. And then you learned, that it was a common code of ethics, and you didn't brag about your money. And that was pretty much it. But, what I'm seeing out here, and listen, I'm no angel, and I've been a part of this, but I'm trying to evolve. And it's, doing this gig content, it's really hard to do without bragging. It's almost a must to brag to be able to do this, but that's really not the road to go down. So I was watching videos yesterday, and just all integrity and self-respect is lost. And some may not think so because it's just so common now. But I see people doing payday videos, and they're showing their bank account. And to me, that's just, whether it's safe or not, I don't know. It's probably safe, but still, you put yourself out there, to show your savings online here and how much you're making a week. But that's common now in the gig economy, no integrity and no self-respect. Everything's just out the window. And but so it's a very small community on YouTube. But some of these older gentlemen out here that aren't involved in this would just be shaking their head at what they're seeing. These people, showing their bank accounts online and stuff like that. And I see other stuff too as well. Community postings from Prop 22 State, California. And if you're a newcomer into this, looking for DoorDash information, listen, this is such a garbage dump full of DoorDash material out here that a newcomer could be misled the wrong way. There's no really being led the right way out here. DoorDash has been exposed. The smart people in this community know that it's a technology, and it's self-driven, and it controls the narrative. You can play with this app, but you can't touch it. You can poke at it, but it'll have an opposite reaction. And that's why I just don't do that content anymore. Or ride-alongs. It's just, this market right here is so controlled. It's a heavy flow market, but it's so controlled. It's not worth doing, because I can't lie about content. So anyways, back to the posting. So, it could be very misleading to people looking for content when they see stuff from Prop 22 and how much they made and the dash time or active time hours. With somebody new coming in here, not understanding it, but they see a big $1,000 payday, and There are people vulnerable out here, and they could jump on it. But we have people out here that saying they're so great and have such a great worth ethic from Prop 22 states, and there's a reimbursement fee. So they're bragging how great they are, but there's a reimbursement fee in here. So the integrity out here is gone. The self-respect, and here's another thing. Hey, so shout out to the content creators that have a grip on their self and are able to not let this content control their life. Because let me tell you something, folks. If you're not creating content, there's a side of this that you do not understand. And creating content, and listen, there's a lot of people out here that there's all kinds of addictions going on, and gig content is one of them. And what is thought to be meant for the subscriber is an ego-driven content, and it is for the subscriber, but the content creator is so wrapped up in doing content, it's for the ego of the content creator. And you can see that out here, people bragging and saying, you see stuff out here like people fighting, and you don't even know if that's true. They could be calling each other up on the phone and staging this. So you don't know if that's true. You really don't know what's true. But what you have is a content creator addiction. And that is true. And it's to fill the creator's ego needs. And hey, there's people addicted to this that are getting thousands of views. And people just getting a few views. But nobody out here is better than each other. Just because one has a bigger following and makes money on YouTube. Imagine being the person that has to make money on YouTube, that has to put out content and to make money off it, and then everything goes out the window. There are no, truth can be questionable at that point in time. But back to, the morals and ethics and society and everything that was once wrong seems to be all right now. So, but I would never, don't they say be careful with your personal information, and whether it's safe to post, banking stuff and like that online. I don't know, but it's definitely lacking integrity when you show people stuff, how much you got in the bank, and brag, and some that brag about how better they are and than others. So, but there are rich people in life, and there are good rich people in life, and what they have is in the heart, and those kind of people don't have to brag. They don't have to tell one another how great they are, and they don't have to feel like they're better than anybody else. So that's going to do it, folks.